Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Sea Power. Now today we are going to try our luck with this scenario I designed. Very simple, not much complication. I have 3 OSA class missile launching patrol boats or corvettes, and I also have a Yankee 2 class SSGN. Now the idea is that there's an American convoy, a very well escorted American convoy, and that we need to pretty much mold the merchants in said convoy. The surface units are important but not so important, so we need to be picky and careful in what we attack. Of course, right now we are in total income, we are not emitting anything. So the idea here is to showcase how a Soviet missile launching submarine was such a huge threat for surface units of NATO. Now the doctrinal idea of the Soviet Union about how to use these platforms was not to put them in direct contact with the enemy. The recon, the position of the enemy, will be detected by the own submarine sonar, could happen, but primarily by other forces. Could be detection by air assets, BER, recon planes, orbital satellite information, maybe. The idea is that they would get a general idea of where the enemy would be. Something would be sent there to pinpoint the location of said surface units, and then the submarine would launch the missiles. Now I made a very simple scenario here. Again, there's a convoy with 4 merchants and a good number of surface escorts, a cruiser, a couple of destroyers, some frigates, and the idea is that I don't have planes because I didn't bother putting them in. I could have, but I think this is better. My recon units are going to be these patrol boats. Now there are also some merchants around here. So that gives me the very real possibility of masking my ships, because the enemy has to recon my units. They have to be sure that they are not attacking a merchant. So I'm currently keeping them at 15 knots. We know they are coming from the southeast and we have to prevent them crossing this line and coming into this area. So what I plan to do is to use these boats to locate the enemy. I'm thinking if they are emitting, well, we will get ESM fixes. If they are not emitting, well, we know they are coming from the south, so maybe we can get into our own radar range, switch it on at a given moment and locate the enemy. Anyway, what we want is get a fix on the enemy position and then use the submarine and the missiles on the boats to fire at the enemy. We are going to need both missiles from the OSAs and the Charlie to get hits. Mostly because, well, the enemy surface group we know is very powerful and probably the missiles from the Charlie won't get through on their own. So let's see how this goes. For the time being, we are not detecting anything. I don't think they are going to hear us, so I am also going to increase speed to 2/3 and change course towards southeast, because we know the enemy is coming through there. Now the Charlie class SSGN was a pretty serious threat in the date this is put. This is during February 1972. It has 8 SSN-9, which we can see in the unit reference. It's the Siren has almost 60 nautical miles of range. It's not supersonic, but still is a sea skimmer. It goes pretty low. Has active radar homing, and it's very heavy hitting. I think these things had almost 1 ton of explosives. And yeah, these things, these submarines were actually designed to deal with US carriers. Of course, the Soviet Union didn't have a proper blue Navy until much later in the 70s, and well, they had to deal with the fact that the United States had a huge advantage on the sea, and particularly so with carriers. So the whole doctrine evolved and revolved around how to deal with the US carriers. That's why the Soviets have such amazing surface-to-surface missiles. because where the US doctrine is centered around dealing with the enemy with carriers, mostly. The Soviets didn't have proper ones. They have the Kievs and later on the Kuznetsov, but that was much later on, and neither of those can really put a shadow on a supercarrier, on a US supercarrier. So, like in carriers, they had to attack with something else. Their primary weapon would be this, the surface-to-surface missile. So these were designed to be threats against mostly surface groups with carriers on them. We are not going to go against a carrier, but we are going to try our luck against a very well protected convoy. And we have the first hint of enemies. That's a helicopter. And we know that there are no helicopters here that aren't hostile, so I'm going to mark it as hostile. This is an ESM reading from the OSAS, so we know this is at which range? Roughly 44 miles. So my idea is that probably, quite probably, the enemy is in this area, maybe a little bit more south. So we go here, we go to the unit reference, see the square tie, which is the surface search radar, and we have a 74 nautical miles of range. So at any given moment I can go active, try to hit the enemy with my radiation and check on their position. Of course, if I do that, I will do it with just one of my patrol boats. I don't want to radiate with all of them because that will be giving too much information. And it should be in a very short burst. I don't want them to pinpoint my location because, of course, that surface group has harpoons. I am 58 miles away from the helicopter. That means that if the surface group is more to the east, they are out of range. So I'm going to beat my time, wait a little bit. To do that, what I'm going to do is to go to the OSAS and I'm going to change their course a little bit. We know the convoy is heading our way. I know it because I made the scenario, but let's say that Intel is telling us that they are going our way. I'm keeping again at 15 knots. Why? Because if I go to the top speed of these ships, which is 31 if I'm not mistaken, no, 38, okay, so much faster. If I go at 38 knots, yeah, well, let's say that target discrimination becomes very easy. No merchant is going to go around at 40 knots, right? So I'm going to mask what I am. Of course, they can be a little bit suspenseful or suspect. Of course, they can be suspecting that three ships so close to each other might not be good news, but they don't know for sure, and I'm sure they don't want to hit American by mistake, right? So I'm going to change course again, a little bit more to the south, and wait a little bit. So far, helicopter probably has detected us, but as long as we are not visually detected, they don't know if we are enemies or friends. So let's keep it that way. And we lost the SM contact. The helicopter was moving in this direction. I'm not very worried because we are more or less 100 kilometers away. A little bit less maybe, let me check. Yeah, more than 100 kilometers from the position of the helicopter, and of course at 100 miles I don't think any sonobuoy will give away the position of my submarine. We are moving at 2/3. Soviet submarines are not really stealthy, but still is silent enough that from this range they are not going to hear us. A little bit more time has passed, and now that we are out of range of the helicopter, because we can, if ESM doesn't give us an indication that that thing is emitting, that means that it has either stopped emitting or that is beyond range. So I'm going to change my course again towards south. We have emissions again. That's, I guess, another helicopter, I don't know. Chase altitude 0 feet. Maybe they are taking off, I don't know. What's the range from here? 61 miles. Still a little bit away from the top range. Look at that. I want to be well within range. of the estimated position of the convoy. Because the moment I go active here, I want to be ready to shoot.
7000.
So we need to be careful here.
Как акустический контакт.
Okay, we have a contact.
7000. 4.
It's 60 nautical
Понял.
miles.
Курс.
Let's change course.
102.
Come closer. They are a little bit beyond my top range. We'll come closer, and this is 60 miles from the OSAS. The OSAS are not in range yet. They have SSN2s, which are sticks, the seaborne version of the silkworm, and those have a range of only 21 miles. So yeah, we will come closer, and maybe I wait until the OSAS are in range and we do a two-pronged attack. We'll see about that. Of course, I need to stay not detected by the enemy, or at least not identified by the enemy. And with a helicopter here, that will be a little bit dicey. Let's put it that way. Okay, things are developing, and the first thing I don't like is that this helicopter is coming our way.
Контакту присвоен номер.
7000.
And the thing I do like is that now we have 4 signatures. Those are
Потерян контакт с
very,
целью.
very loud, and I'm thinking these are my
5.
targets. Merchant ships are very loud, so probably the warships are in front of them. But what I don't like again is that this thing is coming my way, and the only thing I have to defend myself is a 30mm close defense weapon. And of course, if we are shooting with that, they have already identified us. So, not really great. Let's put it that way. But these are targets.
Потерян контакт с
I
целью.
already know
7000.
where they are. So,
4.
it's 22 miles away. They have detected us already. Okay. No sense in fooling, well, there's sense in fooling them until we are well within visual range. I'm going to wait a little bit. But if it comes under my 30mm, I will shoot them. But of course the problem is that if I shoot them with the 30mm, they will have seen us, and then we will have a volley of harpoons our way, which I'm not a fan of.
Есть.
Потерян
Okay,
контакт с
helicopter is
целью.
10 miles within range.
7000. 7.
No sense in
Есть самый полный.
trying to mask what we are.
Вас понял. Курс.
200.
Вас понял. Курс.
Let's change course,
240.
and as we accelerate, let me check. They are still away. What's the range on the 30mm? 2 miles, a little bit too miles, more than 2 miles. And of course, now they know we are here. There's no reason to keep them off.
Есть. У нас на
The problem is we don't have a search radar, so we won't know. We won't know if harpoons are coming our way. But this helicopter is more daring than I would be in his pants. If he comes very close, I mean, those 30mm have very short range, but they are absolutely deadly to helicopters. And they turn away. Okay, I'm expecting missiles anytime now. So I'm going to change
Вас
course,
понял. Курс.
250.
because if missiles are coming from the south, I want both 30mm in each of the on the ships to be able to shoot at the incoming missiles.
Приближается.
And here we go. First harpoon detected. I want and
Вас понял. Курс.
even more
278.
northerly course than this, so we have both of them available to shoot incomings. Oh my, 3 already. Uh-oh. I know firsthand that these things don't tend to miss that much, and I don't have any chaff, and I don't have any electronic contest measures. Okay. Here we go. 30 millimeters are shooting. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hit, hit, hit. Hit the thing. Missed, 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 and boom. That's one less. Okay, second one. So we have 2 missiles inbound to each one of the hazards. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. That damaged helicopter. Come on, come on. Just hit it. No, not hitting. Boom. Very well. Last chance.
Ракета приближается.
Last chance. No, it seems that no chance. Come on, come on, come on. No. Okay, well, there goes my super cool.
Покинуть корабль.
It's all depending now on our
Потерян контакт с
Charlie
целью.
2.
7003.
That's quite bad on so many levels that I'm not going to begin even counting them. Okay, I'm going to navigate, set depth, go below layer, and go to a head standard. That's 15 knots.
Неконтролируемое
And
затопление.
I'm going
Команде
to
покинуть корабль.
try to cut them off, and I'll try to hit them with a volley of SSN 9s. Oh man, that was bad. That helicopter really messed us. What is how it goes? Okay, I think I have sailed more than enough.
Есть самый малый вперед.
Let's go
Есть
shallow
заднюю глубину.
110.
and see if we can regain contact with those merchants. I'm guessing, yeah,
Акустический
there we go.
контакт. Контакту присвоен номер.
7014.
How much? 33 miles. They are way within range. Very well. So we'll be actually heading a little bit more towards the northeast, trying to cut it off, and let's try to regain contact with all those cargo ships.
Присвоен номер.
Okay, we are regaining contact.
15.
Акустический контакт. Контакту присвоен номер.
13 knots,
7016.
13 knots, 13 knots. Now the noise levels are not very high. Highest one is this one. So I'm not sure if these two are escorts or no, or not. Given the situation, I think we will launch the missiles and then we will have to come close and try to finish the job off with the torpedoes. For the time being, I will close a little bit more.
14.
Okay, we have the first
Вражеское.
identify. Yeah, that's a merchant, civilian merchant, Brazil. I could shoot at these 3 and then come in for the kill of the rest. 31 miles. I also don't want to be very close so they can spot the launching of the missiles. Because one thing is if they detect the missiles coming in, that's one thing. If they detect from where they are coming from, that's very bad. So, okay, go to periscope
Есть
depth.
занять глубину.
38.
And now you will be able to see how amazing it is the way these things launch the missiles. They are mounted in inclined tubes, not vertical, inclined. Very similar to a Slava, for instance, but just within the hull. Very well, we are already at the proper depth. So 3, 3, and 2. That's what I'm going to do. Have salvo 2 and salvo 4. Okay, let's begin with the salvo 2. I'm going to stop.
Вас
To
понял.
here.
Атакую цель.
7000. 15.
Залп.
To
Вас
here.
понял. Атакую цель.
And
7000.
one more
Вас
here. And 2 here. Oh, damn it. I left clicked, not right clicked.
Вас
Here
понял. Атакую
and
цель.
7000.
here.
Вас понял. Атакую цель.
7000.
And
14.
there you go. You can see. There we go. First one out.
0. 1. 5.
Opening the internal tube. And second one out.
Цель.
7. 0. 1. 5.
And if we go up,
Ракета выпущена. Цель.
7. 0.
there it goes.
1. 6.
Ракета выпущена.
Another one.
7. 0. 1. 6.
For left.
Ракета выпущена. Цель.
7. 0. 1. 4.
Акустический контакт. Контакту присвоен номер.
7000.
Ракета выпущена. Цель.
Another
7.
one.
0. 1. 4.
They unfold the wings. They discard the
17.
booster rockets. And down they go.
Ракета выпущена. Цель.
7. 0.
And
1.
that, I
4.
think that's the last one. No, one left.
Ракета
Out
выпущена.
it goes. And now the doors will close. Oh yeah. I think this is a bug. There's one that doesn't close, but that's just a graphic bug.
Цель.
Doesn't affect the ship
15.
or its performance. Okay, now we will go
Вражеское
below the layer.
Судно.
Go ahead to
Весь парус
thirds.
вперед. Вас понял.
Go
Курс.
more north, and let's see what our missiles do. You can see it's 140 meters. Not very wave top sea skimming, but sea skimming anyway. The only problem is that I really put a massive escort on that convoy, so I don't know if that's what I don't know, right? I think it was a Punch class destroyer, a
7000.
Leahy class cruiser, and I don't remember exactly what I put on it, but I put a lot of escort.
Опознана карта.
Вражеское. Судно.
Okay, so far one has gone down. Let's see. Another missile coming. Another one. That's Leahy. Oof, that was close. And now some proper anti-aircraft. Well, the good thing of this is that just one missile will probably massacre a transport. These things have really heavy warheads. And more missiles. Now look at all that. I think we have lost more. Oof. Just 5 left. No, 4 left. I may have overdone the AA on these things. Well, I was counting on doing a 2-prong attack, but of course that was a little bit impossible when my USAs were totally destroyed. And yeah, that doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Well, was a good attempt, but I don't think we are going to achieve anything. So what we are going to do is to rely on the last weapon those submarines have, which is of course the torpedo tubes. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Okay, destroyed. And now that we are under the layer, I'm going to go a handstand
Есть
down.
средний вперед.
I'm going to get in
Вас
front
понял.
of them,
Курс
60.
and we have
Один.
65 torpedoes. Of course, we also have the set 65, but those are anti-submarine only. Where it is? There we go. Yeah, this one is a wake homing torpedo. So we only need it to cross behind an enemy ship and they will aim automatically. These were extremely deadly weapons. But they only have a range of 10 miles. Let me represent that to you. Yeah. And also they have helicopters, so this is going to be highly threatening. But if I manage to become in front of them, I will be able to wait for them and then deliver the attack. We'll see. Okay, we have traveled quite a little bit. Let's go shallow
Занять глубину.
110.
and see if we can hear the enemy. We lost contact of them. Probably we were hearing them from a convergence zone. If you don't know what that is, well, sonar travels in, let's say, sonar has an area around your platform where you are hearing things directly. But in deep enough water, the sound changes. It's like a wave. It tries to go through the path of less resistance, so to say. I probably can do a video about that, explaining what a convergence zone it is. But basically, think of it that if you are emitting from here, imagine this is a scale of 100 miles here. You have an area around you, not very big, but an area around you where you can hear directly. The sound is coming directly from the enemy to you. But if, as you are coming away, the sound travels like down here, comes up to the surface, stays there, then goes down, up again. This area here, imagine what I'm saying right now, this area here is a convergence zone. But there you go.
Контакты.
Slow down. We are behind them.
Акустический контакт.
Oh, this is
Контакту
perfect. This is
присвоен
perfect.
номер.
Oh, just behind them.
7000.
With wake homer.
23.
Okay, mate. I'm not going to even bother waiting. We have 4 of them on the tubes and 4 of these. So first I'm going to fire here,
Вас понял. Атакую цель.
then
7000.
here,
Есть, товарищ командир.
then here,
Вас понял. Атакую
then
цель.
here.
Вас понял. Атакую цель.
7000. 19.
and as soon as there we go.
Применяю оружие. Цель.
7. 0. 2. 2.
There we go. Going to begin giving them orders to go down again.
Применяю оружие. Цель.
7. 0. 1. 9.
And 4. Okay.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7000. 23.
And now I need
Вас
to.
понял. Вас понял. Курс 300. Есть прекратить
Now I need to
огонь.
go towards them. I'm going to wait until we are under the layer again before accelerating. But I mean, this was the best position actually to cross them just behind. There's another one here. That's an escort. So first I need to clear the datum, which means that as soon as I can, I think it was on 280 the layer. So I'm going to wait until we are at 280. We will go under the layer and I will accelerate at 15 knots. They are traveling at 13, so mostly to keep the distance in case we need to send another volley. Look at them, they are reloading. It's going to take 9 minutes, more or less.
1000.
Okay, we are
19.
losing
Потерян контакт с
the
целью.
contacts on the surface because we are under the layer.
22.
Very well.
Потерян контакт с целью.
Head stand up.
Есть средний вперед.
And now let's see what those torpedoes achieve. Very well, let's see if we have any of these torpedoes crossing the wave of any of these ships. No, this one seems to be humming or something. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, this is turning very sharply. Not sure if it has acquired something. Also this one. We may have two acquisitions. We'll see. Yeah, we hit something. Which means this thing will probably also hit something. Of course, maybe are the merchants. Okay. This thing has turned, seems to be going in a straight line. Doesn't seem to have acquired anything. So 2 impacts, so far no sinkings, but sinkings may happen instantly or they may take some time. One torpedo of this, just in the aft side of any big warship, is a very serious issue. In the rear of a merchant is a death knell. So I'm going to hope that those two end up sinking. We'll see.
Вражеское.
Very well, what I'm going to do is to come above the layer again,
200.
slowing down to
Есть
10.
малый вперед.
Let's regain contact. They are pretty close to the target area. Oh my. And these two seem to have not find anything. Sad face. But we have our 3 final torpedoes ready. Let's see if we can regain contact. Yeah,
Акустический контакт. Контакту
There we
присвоен
go.
номер.
7026.
contact here. At 4 or 5 miles.
Акустический
contact.
контакт. Контакту
Oh,
присвоен
look at this.
номер.
Hold on a second.
7027.
That might be a very good news. This torpedo? Yeah.
7027.
That's a merchant. Okay, that's one down.
Цель
7027.
That's one of the merchants.
опознана как.
Вражеское.
Very good. So we have 2 hits, and which means whatever we hit is stopped on the water. So actually what I'm going to do is to slow down even more
Есть самый малый вперед.
and go to periscope
Есть
left,
занять глубину.
38.
and this thing is going to miss, that's for sure. And take a look very carefully and for a very short while, because we don't want to be, look at this, see, impact on the rear, that pretty much kills the machinery of whatever it hits. And I think here we are. Okay, periscope
Перископ.
and ESM.
Поднять мачту радиоразведки.
What do we see?
Множественные
Stop.
враждебные цели.
This is the Buchanan. That's a Adams class. That's a Earring. That's a merchant. Knox, Kuntz, and Leahy. I'm missing vital information here. There should be 2 merchants back here.
Обнаружены множественные контакты.
Okay, we are detecting the SM. Very well. I'm going to do the following, which is one here,
Атакуют цель.
one
Вас
here,
понял. Атакуют.
one
Вас
here,
понял. Атакуют цель.
and with that we will be
7000.
out
Понял.
of
Курс.
weapons. So
245.
bring down
Мачту
the
радиоразведки.
periscope on the mast and go deep.
Есть занять глубину.
390.
Применяю оружие. Цель.
7 0 2, 6,
Потерян контакт с целью.
7000, 29,
Применяю
And
оружие.
out.
Цель.
7, 0, 3, 2,
Now the question will be, have they heard us or seen us? Or detected us with radar? It has been a very short while. They might have detected us, we'll see.
32.
Okay, Given is turning fast. That means they have heard us. We are still not under the layer.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7000, 33,
And now,
Потерян контакт с
I have
целью.
full.
7000,
I'm going to keep it for 10 minutes
26,
to get away from the datum.
7000, 32,
And let's see if these things connect or not. Okay, I think it's good enough to go back to 2/3
Есть
ahead.
малый вперед.
I think we have missed the gearing. And change of course here is turning. That usually means it has acquired something. It's turning? Yeah. This is an acquisition. That was the merchant. I think we are going to sink it. At least hit it. And there we go. Impact. The problem is we don't have any more weapons that we can use. Because these are all anti-submarine. So yes, let's keep
Вас
it.
понял.
Keep
Курс
going and wait for
244,
a little bit more and see what happens. Okay, we have another acquisition. Has turned sharply. I think this was against the Adams. There we go. It has acquired something for sure. You can see it homing. Weak homers are such bad news. And there was a big explosion upwards. I don't know. Whatever it is heavily on fire.
Цель.
7036,
Опознана как.
Yeah, that one doesn't look very nice.
судно,
Means that we have sunk it already too. That would be 2. And I don't think this is going to detect anything. Gearing should be around here. I can hear it because I am under the layer. Okay. Let's keep on going. Okay, we have guidance. We have guidance. This is going for something. That might be the Nox. Delhi should be around here. I don't think it's that. But yeah. It's homing. It's homing.
7037,
It's homing for sure. There we go.
Вражеский.
Impact.
корабль,
On what? I don't have a clue. But whatever was hit now is regretting their decisions in life. Meantime, no pings, seemingly no detection. I'm going to let it go until 7 o'clock and I will finish the scenario and we'll see the results. Okay, hearing pings. Very faint. Okay, I don't want to finish the scenario unless I know for sure that we are undetected. So I'm going to
Вас
keep it
понял. Курс
farther away.
244,
And I'll catch up with you when I know if we are detected or not. And we are at 8 o'clock more or less, Zulu, which is 4 o'clock local time. I'm not hearing a sonar anymore. I think we have seconded off. Okay, let's call for the end result. Oh wow, look at that. We got all 4 of them. An Adams and an Ox. Okay, we lost the 3 Osas, oh well. And the K209, the Charlie 2 class, and the Mates. Decisive victory. Alright. Well. Yeah, this bugs me. This bugs me. But yeah, you can see how powerful these units are. Against a very strong escort, remember that was 2 Noxes, a Gearing, an Adams, and a Leahy. Yeah, the missile barrage didn't do a lot, but if you are lucky enough to come in a good angle, yeah, things can be deadly for the enemy, and if you are sneaky enough, you can get away with it. Well, that's going to be it for this video today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, please comment in the comment section below, tell me what you think, give me ideas for new scenarios. This actually I designed because one of those comments, so if you have any idea, you want to see something in particular, please let me know. Also, remember to like the video if you think it's worth liking it. Yeah, you know, YouTube algorithm really liked videos. And also, if you want to support me, you can do it through Patreon and here as well by subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for watching and see you later.